Divorce was the best thing I ever did in my life. It all started on a quiet Tuesday evening. My husband came home, barely looking my way as he tossed his coat over a chair. I'd cooked his favorite meal, hoping to spark some connection after weeks of cold silence. He sat down, ate in silence, and then, without any warning, said, "I've been thinking about this for a while, and I think we should separate. I'm not happy anymore." I stared at him, frozen. I asked, "Why now? Why like this?" He shrugged and said, "I just think it's time. The kids are grown, and I don't feel like I owe anyone anymore." That was the moment I realized how little he valued what we had built. For years, I had felt his growing detachment, the missed anniversaries, the dismissive tone, the way he never quite seemed present even when he was home. But hearing it spoken out loud broke something in me. Instead of arguing or crying, I simply nodded. "Fine, pack your things," I said calmly. He looked surprised, as if expecting me to beg him to stay. Instead, I handed him a suitcase and turned back to the sink to wash the dishes. He packed his things that night, muttering under his breath about how cold I was being. As he walked to the door, he said, "You know, I'll always take care of you. You can trust me." I laughed for the first time in weeks and replied, "I trust you to leave." The next day, I met with an attorney. Within weeks, the divorce papers were filed, and I began reclaiming my life. I learned that his so-called unhappiness had a name and a face, a coworker he'd been spending far too much time with. In the end, the judge awarded me a fair settlement after 27 years of marriage. I moved to a cozy apartment in the city, joined a painting class, and started traveling. Now, when people ask about my marriage, I smile and say, "It ended the moment I realized I deserved more," and I did. I finally feel free.